Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kieran here from Gunners Fan TV. We're going to be looking at the Arsenal versus Tottenham game. It finished Arsenal 2, Tottenham 0. Absolutely blinding game from Arsenal, completely dominant. Spurs shit as per usual. Now Arsenal are sitting top of the table, 8 points clear of Man City. We had the same goal difference as us, but we're far and beyond clear. Now we're looking forward to the Manchester United game next Sunday. And so we're going to do a few look into the game. Arsenal were absolutely dominant throughout the first half. Spurs barely had a look in. Martin Odegaard was brilliant today, constantly moving the ball around, causing problems. Fantastic goal from him. Then obviously Partey as well, just completely dominant, bossing that midfield. He was in acres of space all the time, always accepting passes left, right and centre, spraying them out to right, to left. Completely dominant performance from all around the pitch. I'm going to have to say probably my man of the match today would have to be Aaron Ramsdale. He was absolutely sublime. He saved shot after shot after shot. He even got kicked in the back for all his troubles today. So he definitely had a worldy performance. But throughout most of the Arsenal team, we played brilliant. There wasn't any really glaring weakness in the squad. Ben White was brilliant on the right hand side. Zinchenko popping in and out of midfield, passing the ball around, moving it around. Made a few errors now and again, losing the ball, but nothing that hurt us. We were always in control of the game from start to finish. Our best performer, I would say, is probably Ramsdale, but second to that would probably have to be Odegaard. He was absolutely brilliant today, just completely bossed it. And then his link-up play with Saka on the right-hand side is just out of this world. Constantly moving the ball around, back to each other, cutting in and out. Absolutely brilliant from both of them today. Nketiah as well, completely forgot. He's absolutely immense today. Didn't score, but he was causing so many problems, picking up the ball in tight spaces, passing it back, keeping possession. His hold-up play was very good today, I have to admit. Martinelli, not his best performance today. He was very good defensively, but going forward he was a little bit suspect. But he kept the ball, kept on recycling it, and he was always open to a pass. But yeah, for the first half, the display, absolutely brilliant. Tottenham were shocking. Barely had a touch in our opposition half. The first half, and I'm going to have to obviously move on to the second half. I think Tottenham definitely came out the gates a bit stronger. You can see Antonio Conte grilled them for that first half display. They came out, set a little bit of pressure, started putting some passes together, created a few more opportunities, but overall they didn't look like scoring. I mean, I think that was the theme throughout the whole game. Most of the time they just recycled the ball, moved it back, and at the end of the day, it just made it easy for us. Arsenal just sat back when they had the ball, tidied up. Every time they lost the ball, Arsenal would counter, break on them, and we literally penned them in for 30 minutes of that game. They could not get out of their half. We just every time that we'd either make a loose pass or we'd lose the ball somehow, we would straight away winning it back, constantly putting pressure on them, putting them in, and they just absolutely lost it today. And that's our first time beating Tottenham at home away rather, since 13-14, so that's the double, 2-0 and 3-0, can't ask for any more. Anyway, we're going to look at the Tottenham players today. I think they're probably their best player, if there was any. I'd probably have to say it's a tie between Kulusevski and Pape Sarr. Now Kulusevski, he was constantly trying to create something. He was constantly running at us. He caused us a few problems in our own box, but his end product was shocking today. He could not hit a shot on target to save his life, but he was constantly a threat, constantly creating down that right hand side whenever he got an opportunity. Obviously Spurs didn't have that many opportunities, but when they ever did, he was the one causing it. If there was something happen, it was going to go through him. And then Pape Sarr in the middle, he tried his best, but he was the only one with legs in that midfield. I mean, they started off with 5 at the back, so you had Doherty and Sessegnon pushing up, and Højbjerg and Pape Sarr's only job was to sit in midfield and try and move play faster. And he was constantly running around trying to help out his team, getting involved in tackles, but Arsenal were just too good, man. That midfield of Odegaard, Xhaka and Partey, just next level. They could not live with us in the midfield, and I'm pretty sure that's where the game was won today. We just constantly put pressure on them, moving the ball around. They couldn't keep up with us, was moving it from left to right, and they just got lost in between. But I'm going to keep this video short today because obviously I've been doing a lot of live streaming. I've travelled a lot today, so I'm going to try and keep it as short as possible. But for hands down, the man of the match today was Aaron Ramsdale. This guy got his spot on. He absolutely terrorised Tottenham attack. Wouldn't let him get to anything. His save when Son went through one-on-one. Son didn't even look where he was. Ramsdale just appeared out of nowhere. And Sessegnon's shot as well, cleared it out of the way. It didn't look like anything was going through Ramsdale today. So absolutely top marks for him. Overall, I think the game was very easy. It didn't look like Tottenham was going to cause any trouble. And even when they did cause us any trouble, we dealt with it remotely easily. So it wasn't like it was we was constantly under the cosh or anything. I haven't looked at the final stats for the game, but if you watch the game, you can clearly see it was one-sided. Sometimes the stats doesn't always say that, but we peppered them. They didn't have a chance, and it was overall great performance. And I said in my preview that if we want to be considered as title challengers, this is the team we have to go and beat. We have to go to Tottenham Stadium. We have to walk away with 3 points. And by God, we definitely did that today. It was absolutely brilliant performance. I couldn't honestly think of a fault. If anything, would be a little bit of concentration. Sometimes we just didn't quite switch on to them when they went through on us, and we backed ourselves into a corner a little bit, defended too much, but we walked away with a clean sheet. So you can't complain at that. Everything worked out perfectly fine. But I'm going to leave that here. It's like 8 o'clock now, so I'm quite tired. It's been a long day. But I will be doing some more videos soon. I've got a FIFA video coming out within the next day or so, and then obviously we're doing a preview and a live stream of the Man United game next week, as well as a review as well. So stay tuned. Thank you very much. Peace. God bless. Goodbye.